Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Let me let you know that he quit doing stand-up on the grounds that he had 7 network programs. The main issue is the point at which he halted stand-up because he didn't have those 7 network programs. I've been hearing about this kid the entire week. Come on, Steve Harvey, give Katt. Get out, get your little ass, get your Shay. As you would all know, Katt Williams has been all overwhelming the titles this previous week after his appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay webcast as he proceeded to uncover Hollywood's genuine nature. He previously made a video taking a gander at Katt Williams' uncover on Diddy and Kevin Hart, and it seems he likewise went in on Steve Harvey. Yet what is Steve Harvey's take on it? I'll make certain to stay close by till the end for the all-relevant information. In only 7 days, the meeting is peaked. Recently sitting on 42 million perspectives, which when you really consider it is crazy considering the webcast was very nearly 3 hours in length, and fans have been cherishing the reality he's pursuing all of Hollywood and the valid side of it would post like amazing digital broadcast. Episode, I've had some significant awareness of Katt Williams for quite some time, but I feel like I never knew him. And I just found him to be a mind-boggling individual loaded with ability, knowledge, respectability, and valuable experience. I didn't have the foggiest idea who computer-aided designer Williams was before this. I heard all the contention, which drove me, and I was right here, dazzled from start to finish. His biography is so persuasive and loaded with examples that everybody could profit from paying attention to his words. It was like paying attention to an evangelist. He's loaded up with a lot of shrewdness and ready to discuss his encounters in such an engaging way. His biography is commendable. I respect his assurance to not undermine his qualities, his profound confidence, and his longing to be better. He would be an extraordinary, uplifting speaker. I truly could see somebody making a film about his life's process, man. Someone at last let Katt talk, and he said all that should have been said. My viewpoint on this man has changed perpetually. I'm simply pondering now. Clearly, it must be the most seen digital broadcast in such a short space of time. There's absolutely no chance. Another web recording got 40 to 32 million perspectives in 7 days. It's unbelievable getting straight into it. Katt Williams has been on Steve Harvey's case for some time now, and as it should be, Katt Williams is the best with regards to revealing insight into Hollywood's secret side. We as a whole consider Steve the ideal family man, one who is generally shrewd and entertaining while giving guidance. Yet imagine a scenario where I let you know that there's something else to him besides what might be immediately obvious. Imagine a scenario in which his presentation is actually a front for his most obscure mysteries have forever been on my mind for certain genuine beasts, man. I visit with the rulers, you realize I've been in front of an audience with said DL and Bernie Man simultaneously. It's forever been a brotherhood, you understand what I mean. We're going over here to give individuals the best show we can give them. And that is the manner in which we've generally advanced satire shows, now you know, to transform this into some sort of little hamburger that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't the way I do now. You know I heard all of the YouTubes, and I done heard every one of the meetings and all like that, yet that ain't got nothing to do with me, so this is a little hamburger thing that everyone need. To begin, cuz you need to be really establish yourself, that is cool. You won't do it here, however, which for those of you that may not have the foggiest idea about that was a clasp from years back where Steve was endeavoring to address Katt Williams' analysis about not having the option to deal with stand-up and stopping it altogether starting around 2.8. These two notable jokesters have had a few intense contentions. Yet we should return to the start of it all when Katt Williams freely tested Steve Harvey, saying he could unseat Harvey as the satire lord days before the exhibition. Steve Harvey showed up on Jamie Foxx's public broadcast and uncovered that he had planned to pursue the more responsible option and reject Williams' challenge preceding the confrontation during an impending New Year's Eve show. They were both featuring Jamie Foxx playing a clasp of Williams excusing Harvey. Katt's comments, which suggested the following conflict proclamation: I need to apologize ahead of time for what might be said about to occur. However, when you step on that stage, Steve, your time is the ruler of satire. Tracks down to its own level. My companion, so prepare. You could require a group of essayists, perhaps 6 or 7 of them, to try and have a potential for success. After that, Steve Harvey comes in and says he's confounded by the situation. "I've forever been cool with Katt," he said in a meeting that back in law. "I didn't have any idea who he was. I mean, comprehend I didn't have the foggiest idea who he was the point at which I was on the radio in law. He wasn't in no motion pictures or anything. And the sibling was simply not that realized. He was discussing me in the clubs and I just asked on the radio whoever Katt Williams is to call me. He called me, we fixed it. We became companions, we've been cool from that point onward. So I thought on." He large night Katt Williams paralyzed the crowd by tossing conceal at Harvey's standing for comedic taste, as well as his clothing and hairdo. "We should surrender it for Steve Harvey. He's genuinely amazing, however he's not prepared to confront what I bring to the table in any capacity you seek it." Williams didn't begin with distinction and fortune tossed at him. Rather, he needed to make a solid effort to construct his comedic realm. Starting in Avondale, Cincinnati, he fostered his art by performing stand-up satire in different settings the country over, from the thrilling phases of Oakland to the vivacious roads of Oklahoma, where he valiantly conveyed his daily schedule and refined his remarkable style. Before we go any further into the video, what are your folks' considerations on this whole circumstance? Katt Williams moved your contemplations on Steve Harvey, and assuming this is the case, what's the significance here for his profession? Pushing ahead remark down beneath, how about we presently direct our concentration toward the notable Steve Harvey, who is viewed as the model of a devoted family man, who generally puts his friends and family first. Anyway, Katt Williams guarantees that Steve has a secret side that he needs to uncover. Harvey is just an extortion, taking cover behind a handily created V. And near as indicated by Katt's suppositions in regards to Steve's comedic capacity shift, significantly contingent upon who you inquire. Some recognition him as the best humorist ever, while others discount him as a disappointment who can't make individuals giggle. Esteem, these are parcel. This resembles Steve Harvey telling individuals he used to be destitute. That is my story, not his story. Steve Harvey was never destitute when Imprint Curry visited with him 25 years ago. He was making $33,000 a show in real money and completing 5 shows in 7 days. Did they simply recount the narratives? This is my gratitude to my better half. I'm where I'm. You expressed that about the primary spouse. You failed to remember that you let us know it was her. Then you proceeded to wed another person who took on a similar mindset as a man. Like, what are you referring to? They just want to modify history. In reality, he is accusing Steve Harvey of being an all-out misrepresentation. It's insane, faking a destitute story, taking Bernie Mac's hold air, and fans are cherishing it. I love Katt, he's the only genuine one remaining. William is the 50 penny of the satire world. He is going at everyone. I keep thinking about whether Steve cried in the vehicle, and ongoing data has surfaced that raises the likelihood that Steve took extraordinary measures to crash Bernie's profession. We should return to 2003, when Bernie uncovered a few succulent subtleties in a meeting with GQ magazine, blaming Steve for being jealous and endeavoring to catch him various film jobs. Remembering one for C's 11, that GQ article guarantees that a colleague called C's 11 chief Stephen Patchberg to contend for Steve to be projected, as opposed to Bernie dropping a stunner when GQ got some information about his reaction to this disclosure, expressing that the Hollywood game we play is a virus game. Yet Bernie didn't stop there. He likewise examined how most famous people in Hollywood subscribe Apple World for more videos.